If you could let me know if she gets in touch. Thanks. Bye.
No luck?
Scraping the barrel now. I'm ringing friends she hardly knows.
At least I know to keep a lookout.
It's all a waste of time. If she was with somebody responsible, they would have rung now and said she was all right.
It's 8 o'clock. If she arrived somewhere late last night...
Well, they still would have rung. It's all my fault.
It's not.
If she hadn't been terrified about what I'd say.
Sally, stop blaming yourself.
My own daughter, and she can't talk to me.
No news?
No. We've rung everyone we can think of. I was driving around till 2 this morning searching.
I would say happy birthday, Dad, but...
Thanks. Some birthday, eh?
Well, if she's anything like me, Mum, when I ran away, she's soon going to come to her senses.
Yeah. Rosie's right.
Yeah, and if something happens to her before that, what then?
It's going to take 20 minutes.
I've got a brewery lunch at 1, I've got the accountants at 3.
Great, you can squeeze us in at 2.
No, I cannot squeeze you in. Morning.
Trying to cadge the lift to Max's party this afternoon, but Mr. Busy Pants here, Mr. False Accusation.
Come on, Bex, it were an easy mistake to make. Trash like us. Must have been there loads of times.
They are not trash.
Whatever.
And did you ring your insurance company?
Yes.
What did it say?
The usual 10 million page form to fill in. Then if I'm lucky, I might get a cheque for half the amount sometime before Christmas.
Well, if you just hold that flaming bite like you should have done, then none of this would have happened.
So it's my fault it got nicked, is it?
Not Kylie.
Oh, could we please just stop going on about it?
Yeah, shut up, making her feel bad. We'll get a cab to Max's party. And you can pay.
You know, we should think about names at some point.
We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet.
I quite like Arthur. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Eddie, use the tongs for the bacon.
I am. What do you take me for? Oh! That'll do me for later.
Oh, Eddie. Actually, do you know, I think I'll leave it.
I've made it now.
Morning sickness.
All right. Let's not want not.
When do the food cravings start kicking in, Fizz?
A couple of weeks.
I'm waiting to be sent out in the night for a pineapple pizza with jam on top and extra mozzarella.
And some parsnips for Sunday roast.
Glad to be back at school, Simon.
No. Oh, I bet you are. Hey, you've got a nice new teacher, though, haven't you? Mrs. Ross.
She's all right.
Who said she was lovely? How's Addy doing?
Better every day, thanks.
Oh, great.
We're going to see him later. We're hoping he's going to be home very soon.
Wow, that's brilliant. Oh, that'll be exciting, won't it, Simon? You can come over and play with him.
I don't want to play with him again.
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
I think somebody got out of bed on the wrong side this morning.
And I think somebody should apologise for being rude.
Sorry for being rude.
Yeah, I should think so too.
And you've wronged absolutely everyone she knows.
We've just drawn blanks. I mean, that's a recent picture of her, by the way.
Okay, how is she for money?
Well, she's got a couple of hundred in her savings account. As far as I know, that's it. Don't know whether Sian has anything.
And can you think of any reason why she might have run away?
She left this note.
We had to get away, please understand. And what does she mean?
Well, Sophie and Sian have had a very close friendship just lately. It has something to do with that.
Well, most girls have got close friendship with someone.
Well, it's more than that. I don't know how to put it, but they've had feelings for one another.
You mean they're...
They think they might be lesbians.
I see.
So it's true?
I thought it had just been gossip, but then she told Kevin yesterday. She was worried that I wouldn't approve, and we think that's why they've gone.
OK, well, we'll get these details circulated.
What's the odds of finding her?
Well, most people who run away come back fairly quickly.
And the rest?
I can't generalise, Mrs. Webster, but every police force in the country will be notified, as well as all the missing persons agencies. We'll do everything we can to find your daughter.
Is it the 5th?
All day.
Well, it says here it's very unlucky. You see, the reign of terror started in the French Revolution, 1793. Black September terrorists kidnapped those Israeli athletes at the 72 Olympic Games.
Oh, what will the fates throw at us today, I wonder?
Can I help you? This is her I was telling you about.
Oh.
Becky MacDonald's sister. She makes Becky MacDonald look like the Virgin Mary. If you could avoid handling the goods, because someone may want to buy that.
How much is this?
$44.99.
Does it squirt water?
The slightest idea.
No, but it has giant ladders, blue flashing lights, and a siren to split your eardrum.
Cool.
How old's the little boy?
4.
Then he'll love it.
Okay, I'll take it.
And, just how do you propose to pay for it?
I'll take that and all.
Oh, right, love. Well, that's $46.99 altogether then, love, please. Thank you very much indeed. £3 and 1 pence change. And I hope he enjoys it, love. Thank you.
These little coins really get on my nerves.
Not such an unlucky day after all.
Just be a phase they're going through, Kev.
Maybe.
No, it's got to be. I mean, she's her boyfriend.
If you do Weatherfield, I'll look in Manchester.
Aye, no sweat.
Everything okay, Kev? Sophie ran away from home.
Oh, no. When was this?
Last night with her mate Sian.
Well, you told the police.
There's not so much they can do, isn't there? Me and my dad's going to go and have a look for her now.
I'll get Eileen to put her on alert. Hey, brilliant.
Yeah, and listen, if there's anything I can do, Kevin.
Thanks.
Wow. Is that for Max?
Got it from that newsagent St. Corner. Don't worry, I paid for it.
Must have cost a bomb. What, on a card and all?
I pawned my rings.
Why add a subject?
I'd rather pay my own way. Nia, while I'm at it, that top you bought me yesterday.
No, Kai, you don't have to do that.
I want to.
Well, you can't have much left after buying that lot, unless your rings were solid gold or something.
Just take it, okay?
Like me, you aren't you? Proud.
People can think what they like. I know I'm as good as anyone.
Exactly. Yes, and the more you stop doing stuff like thieving or whatever, you know, the better you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly, listen, when I first moved round here, I got the blame for everything, right? If it rained, they said it was my fault. But I can look people straight in the eye now.
I just want Max back.
Well, you carry on like this, and you are so gonna get him.
You heard the latest?
What?
Sophie and Sian have run away from home.
No.
Because the lesbians folk are saying.
When was this?
Yesterday evening.
Another thing I'll get the blame for, I suppose.
You didn't turn them.
No, but I did blow the cover.
You've done nothing wrong.
I know one thing. You were right when you said I was taking on too much. If I'd listened to you, none of this would have happened.
I just wonder if there's more to this than meets the eye.
How do you mean?
Maybe Sophie and Sian have done something to hurt Addy. And that's why they've run away.
Surely not.
It makes more sense than run away because they're gay.
Oh, I wish I could run away sometimes.
Oh, this one's easy. Where's Old Trafford?
I know this one. Macclesfield.
Macclesfield? You are so stupid.
What, honey? It's the questions. It's just so hard.
Play properly.
Come on.
Wow, you couldn't have done that a few days ago.
Mr. Jordan, wash up dark.
So how's he coming along?
As you can see, very well. He still can't remember anything about what happened, but that's not unusual. Getting bored easily,
Is it too soon to ask when he'll be discharged?
Ooh, early next week. Any luck?
Seriously?
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah!
Did you hear that, Annie? You might be coming home next week.
I thought I knew Shan. I mean, she went out with our Ryan.
Well, did he never suspect anything? I never said out to me.
Well, this is all idle speculation till we know the whole story, isn't it?
I don't know why everyone's so surprised. There isn't a young woman round here who's normal.
See, you've set him off now.
Well, it's true. Look at her sister, Rosie. She walks around half naked. And Tina lived in a darkened room with a mentally ill window cleaner.
He was quite happy with his banknote till you came in.
Yeah, a banknote from Becky's sister. I'm amazed you didn't check it wasn't a fake.
Well, I'm with you on that one, Norris. She's a nightmare.
Is it a fake?
Well, the watermark seems all right and the foil strip doesn't tear.
So it's not a fake?
Yeah. So we were lucky this time.
No, I had a crush on a girl when I was about 13. Well, it was more hero worship than anything. I soon grew out of it.
Well, the important thing is that they don't come to any harm.
Exactly. Where are you seeing Lawrence?
Oh, we were going to meet in Manchester, then he said he'd like to come here, so...
And how are you feeling?
Ooh, nervous, if I'm honest. I always had an inferiority complex with his mother. She was so much more self-assured, you know, the way middle-class people can be. In fact, I was amazed when she agreed to go out with me.
Why should you be nervous now?
Well, I think any direct link with her, you know. Anything that reminds me of what might have been had we stayed together. She was a huge part of my life while it lasted.
You won't forget the huge part of your life that's still very real. Deirdre's more than what might have been.
I know.
It's not gone unnoticed that things are cool between you.
Message understood, Emily. Don't worry.
So why haven't you told him yet?
I just can't face it.
You can't go on with this lie.
I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, which is exactly what you will do when he finds out.
Well, anyway, I might be pregnant again.
What? Not this quick, surely.
Well, something don't feel right.
Have you done a test?
No, not yet.
Don't you think you should?
There you go.
Oh, cheers, Nick.
I've been trying to get a discussion on names going, but Natasha wasn't keen.
I just think it's too early.
Have you and John done that?
Do you know, it is bad luck to talk about names in the first 3 months.
Well, we wouldn't want that, would we? Just let you off the hook. For now, anyway.
He agreed to see you very quickly, don't you think?
Well, I assume that was because he happened to be in Manchester.
Hello, Emily.
Oh, hello. We're just talking about Lawrence.
DH or Peter O'Toole?
No, Susan's son, Lawrence.
Ah, you got in contact then?
I did, yes.
And she's got a son?
Didn't Ken tell you?
Ken hasn't had very much to say to me at all just lately, Emily.
I'm sure Emily doesn't want all the gory details.
Susan died a few years ago.
That's a shame for you, Ken.
But there is a son, Lawrence.
How riveting.
Which is why I didn't mention it.
See, he doesn't want me to die of boredom. He must still care, Emily.
Yes, well, anyway, he's coming around for tea today.
Today?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got lots to do.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh,
bye, Emily.
Nice to see you, Emily, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, Emily.
Thank you for the tea.
Bye. You have to go on like that in front of one of our oldest friends.
I'm sorry if I embarrass you.
Yeah, well, just don't do it in front of Lawrence, okay?
Is he excited?
He's been bubbling away all morning.
Hiya! Happy birthday, sweetheart! What's this? Yeah, let me help. Come on. Somebody's a lucky boy.
Must have cost a bob or two.
I'm sure Kylie will explain where she found money from.
Nothing illegal, I hope.
It's got a siren, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm sure we can live with a siren for an hour or two. She's still giving me the evil eye.
Just ignore her.
So much for a relaxing drink.
She's a sensible girl. And from what I know of Shan, she's the same. They're not going to do anything stupid.
If only I'd realised what they were going through.
Sally, you couldn't be a better mother if you tried. Stop reproaching yourself.
Lloyd, any news?
Afraid not, no.
Is there Sophie?
Yeah, all we can do is keep looking.
Funny, isn't it, that? Them running off like that.
Oh, hilarious.
No, I'm on your side. Everyone's calling Claire for what happened to Dev's kid, but you're not telling me them two lasses didn't have something to do with it.
I beg your pardon?
Well, why else would they run off unless they've got something to hide?
Come on, Sally. We don't have to listen to this. And you, keep your grubby little thoughts to yourself in future. OK? Come on, Sally.
Do you know what, Eddie? You should have one of them spam filters fitted. You know, between your brain and your gob.
She thinks the world of him, you know.
And we can tell.
It just seems crazy that she can't have him all the time.
With any luck, she will have him again.
Yeah, how long do you think that?
Oh, it's hard to tell.
Well, weeks, months.
Not this season.
You're optimistic though, right?
In the long term.
These things, they're never done in a hurry. You going to light the candles, Kylie?
Oh, yeah? Now, make a wish before you blow them out.
I wish to be with Mummy forever.
Oh, don't say it out loud.
Why?
Because it won't
No, it
come.
doesn't matter. No, wish is a wish.
Hey, Ashley, Claire, have you heard about Sophie and Shan?
Yes.
Well, sorry. There's no getting away from it anywhere.
The best news ever or what?
Yay! That is the best news ever.
Hiya, how's Addy?
Much better, thanks. He's coming home next week.
So glad you care.
Look, we've had enough of this victimisation. It's making Claire ill.
Dev didn't mean anything funny.
You know Sophie and Shan have run away. They've had a clear conscience about Addy. Why would they do that?
I can't stand this anymore, Ashley. I'm going to go and stay at my mum's.
You'll settle back down.
And how long's that going to take? It's in my face every time I go out the front door. I'm going and that's final.
It's a long time since I saw you plumping up cushions.
You don't really have to be here if you've got better things to do.
Haven't put yourself out for me like that in a long while.
Look, he's going to be here any minute, and I'd rather he didn't walk into one of our petty squabbles.
Oh, so you'd like me to watch my P's and Q's, right? Any more requests?
Well, either behave in a civilised way or disappear for a couple of hours, all right?
God forbid that I should tarnish the memory of the blessed Susan.
Ken Barlow, you must be Lawrence.
Yes.
Come in, come in.
Thank you very much.
This is my wife, Deirdre.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
So, you found us okay?
Oh, no problem at all.
Good, good. Well,
How does a cup of tea sound?
cup of tea sounds great.
Bye, Mama. It's time to go now, Kylie.
Already?
Well, that's the rules, I'm afraid.
Shame. Seems like I've only just got here.
It's an improvement on having to have a social worker here to supervise.
Yeah, but 5 more minutes wouldn't hurt, would it?
Near the toilet.
Can I take him to the loo?
Oh, go on.
Okay.
Must be heartbreaking for him.
No way round it for now.
Hello? Sophie? Sophie, where are you? Sophie, are you all right? Mum and Dad have been out of their minds. They've had the police round and everything. Right, where are you? And is Sean with you? Right, where did you stay last night?
Hey, is that Sophie? Sophie, where are you? Oh, listen, I'm sorry if you... Sophie?
She's hung up.
You've been a long time in that toilet.
Oh, maybe he's had an accident, bless him. He's been dead excited.
Kylie? Kylie? You okay in there?
The stupid, stupid girl.
They've gone, all right. OK, leave this with me. She can't be far.
If only it were that simple.
No, don't call social. Not yet.
I'm calling the police.
What? We've got no option. No, because you're going to get in trouble.
We'll get ourselves into trouble if we don't.
Just give me like half an hour. I'll find her.
Is this on top of the 5 more minutes you asked for earlier?
You ain't saying I don't do this.
Police, please.
Does he think we planned this?
Yes. I'd like to report an abduction.
It's no good. Just keeps ringing out.
Are you sure she didn't give you any clue where she was?
Positive.
Well, didn't you think to ask her?
Well, I might have done, Mum, if you not snatched the phone off me.
I can't believe she rang off.
Maybe she just ran out of change.
She hung up on me, Kevin. She couldn't bear to talk to me. Why didn't you explain to her that I wasn't angry?
If I hadn't made a promise to call, I doubt she would have rang at all.
What are you talking about?
I saw her when she was doing a runner.
So why didn't you tell us?
Oh, why didn't you stop her more like?
Because there was no stopping her. Because she was determined to go, and you know what? I really don't blame her. She knew that you wouldn't understand, and she was right.
That's not true. There's nothing she could do that I wouldn't forgive.
Mum, she's done nothing to forgive. She just wants to be herself, and you can't hack that. And she knows it.
So,
Where's Asha?
She's playing.
It's quiet.
She's fine, Dev. We can't watch her every minute of the day.
You know, I started dreaming about quiet afternoons like this. You know, with a brew and a paper, perhaps. About the endless requests for attention and ping-pong balls just being...
He'll be home soon, thank God. It's over.
No. No, not until those girls are paid for what they've done.
We don't know they've done anything.
Yeah, well, don't we? By running away, they might as well have signed a confession.
Not necessarily. There could be other reasons.
Such as?
Claire was telling the truth when she said they were having a relationship.
What? Well, how do you...
Right under my nose in the shop. You couldn't fail to miss it.
And how long has this been?
For months, I reckon.
What, she's lied to her mother all this time, just over and over again, as took her from before?
She was scared. They both were.
You're scared? Well, how scared do you think they would have been after almost killing our son? How willing to tell even more lies to cover their tracks? Listen, this does not make them less likely to be guilty. It makes them even more so. Yes. Yes.
oh, come on, Curly.
The police are on their way.
Terrific. Well done. We have a responsibility to Max. What, she ain't? She's his mam. She had kidnapped him. He couldn't be in better hands.
If you really believe that, you don't know your sister very well.
Well, she's no angel, but I bet you won't be if you had her to start.
Kylie's not our concern.
Well, no, you've made that quite clear. You'd rather drop her in it with cops and social than let me deal with it.
Why should we trust you? You come into our house uninvited, and within a couple of hours, Max has been abducted. I'm warning you, if anything else...
Nothing is going to happen, I'll make sure of that.
You better hope you're right.
How does she expect me to react? Put up a bunting? Throw a coming out party?
She just wants to feel loved.
She is, and she always will be. But she's a child. She's too young to be making decisions like this.
Mum, it isn't a decision.
Isn't it? When girls her age, it's all fads and passing fancies. You used to walk around like something out the Addams family, but you grew out of it.
Well, I'm nothing like Sophie. And plus, you don't just grow out of your sexuality.
Bloke picked it up. It's a payphone in Droylsden. I'm going there now.
Right, I'm coming.
No, you stay here with your mum. I've got my phone. Let me know if Sophie calls back. You'll be all right, love.
Yeah, Susan was always very passionate in her opinions. She wore out plenty of shoe leather on protest marches.
Really? I can't imagine Mum has a 60s long hair. I suppose she just grew out of it, thankfully.
She had a baby. No time for saving the world when there's nappies to change. Do you take sugar?
Yes, 2, please, for my sins. I've always had a bit of a sweet tooth.
Just like you.
You know, your mother and I could talk for hours. I remember one night we were up until dawn discussing the crisis in the Congo.
Oh, and they say you're not romantic.
There's nothing more romantic than a meeting of minds.
I'll see to the tea.
You know, I envy you the academic life. It must be wonderful to work in an environment where people celebrate learning for learning's sake.
Well, I suppose, but it's not all Camus and crumpets in the quad. We're in the results business these days.
Well, more's the pity.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've got to turn out kids who can actually contribute to the economy, as well as understand iambic pentameter.
Oh, there's got to be room for both, of course, but a degree is about so much more than the job at the end of it.
That's what you've always told yourself. There you go.
Thank you very much.
So, Lawrence, Sam, I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you married?
Deirdre, please.
No, it's fine. I don't mind. I was married, but she died some years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please don't be. I miss her terribly, but I'd be lying if I said that ours was a marriage of unalloyed bliss.
Whose is?
Not that I blame my wife. The fault, or should I say faults, were entirely mine. I'm afraid I never really adapted to monogamy.
Not still an opening of that bank.
It meant a lot to me.
Well, it can't mean that much. Stuck under a piece of tarpaulin for 6 months.
Well, that's not the point. I knew it was there.
So did I. Shed a fiver for every time I bumped myself on them handlebars.
I wasn't ready to part with it. Psychologically. It's like that denim jacket. You know, I haven't worn it for years. I know it's in the wardrobe. I don't know if I ever want to put it on.
You look ridiculous.
The end of an era when I chucked that jacket away. An admission that a time in my life has passed. You must have been through the same with some of your old clobber. Where's Becky? And why, why?
Still making its mind up.
Oh, you make it sound like it could be persuaded.
I wish. I wouldn't take no for an answer.
You do know it's a long shot.
Oh, no longer than before. And just because I had... My body's still the same, so why shouldn't I be pregnant? It's not like we've done out different.
Oh, I don't want to know, Ta. But even if it is positive, how are you going to explain things? You're not a rhinoceros. You can only carry a baby for so many months.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. As long as I'm having his baby, I know he'll stand by me.
And if you're not?
That must be 2 minutes. Would you? Oh.
What a marvellous afternoon. I never dreamt I'd spend it debating Webster.
Neighbours have talked about no-tells all week.
John Webster. You know, I can't remember the last time I got my teeth into a good old-fashioned literary debate.
On land.
I didn't subscribe to all Lawrence's opinions, but he expressed them with such forthright erudition. I could certainly see his mother.
I saw a lot more than that.
Really?
Well, for a start, there was Dumbo sitting in the corner.
Deirdre, just because you didn't go to university doesn't mean that...
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the elephant in the flaming room. Lawrence is the absolute spit of you.
Can't say I notice.
Well, do you want your eyes testing, then? And it's not just the way you look, it's all the little mannerisms. And I should know, because most of them have been driving me doolally for the last 30 years.
What are you trying to say?
Not only is he a double, he's a bookish, opinionated, sweet-toothed philanderer who can't have been born much after you and his mother split up.
Are you seriously suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything, Ken. I'm telling you what you already know. Lawrence said he'd never met his father. Well, he has now.
There you go, Nick. Thank you. Oh, so what's the latest?
She's in a room, won't talk to me.
Oh, she's
bad news, that one.
Well, she's family.
Yours, maybe. You married into it, not me. I don't want the police in here making another scene.
Well, look, Becky's on her way. She'll straighten everything out.
She better.
It's meant to be snug.
Snug? If you breathe out, them buttons are going to take out every bottle in the place.
Hiya.
Right.
Can I get you a drink?
No, fine.
Come on, you didn't come in here to admire the artwork. What's the white wine, is it?
Look, I just don't want to upset Natasha.
Oh, we're just two mates having a drink. There's nothing wrong in that. Least you can do is toast the baby. Glass of white wine, please, Steve.
Where is she?
She's upstairs with the kid.
What are they doing?
Well, I don't know. I didn't want to barge in on them.
Right. What the hell are you wearing?
Right, and what's this going to solve then? Don't try and stop.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not letting you play into their hands.
I already have. So long as we stop here, they can do what they like with us. Let me go.
So this is what you want then, is it, Kai? A life on the run? Well, I reckon you could cope on your own, yeah, but with him in tow. Come on now, how long do you think you're really going to last? Oh, come on, sweetheart. It's all right, love, everything's fine. Me and your mum are just going to have a little chat in the back and we'll just sort a few things out, yeah? Right, I'm just going to tell Stevie that we're not to be disturbed. And then I'm going to stick the kettle on, all right?
What are you going to do?
What I have to.
I carried him, gave birth to him, and now they're laying down the law telling me what I can and cannot do with him.
Must do your head in.
I pick him up, and there's them two on pins. If a flaming grizzly bear were cuddling him, they couldn't look more nervous. What do they think I'm gonna do?
Run off with him.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. I couldn't stand the way they were staring at us.
Yeah, well, it's fair enough that they don't trust you, and yeah, they might look down their noses at you, but they do care about Max.
Making me feel like a stranger to my own son. A flaming threat. When social took him off me, it were like I weren't there. Like it were naught to do with me.
Must have brought you out.
Yeah.
And if I were you, maybe I'd want to run off with him and make a fresh start. But you know what, Kai? It just ain't that simple. Listen, if we're going to get Max back, we have to play it their way.
Nah. They're never going to let me have him. At least he might remember who I am now. Who I was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry for dragging you back. Hope I'm not keeping you from anything.
Oh, not really. I was between the devil of marking and the deep blue sea of the hotel minibar. Fortunately, I didn't have time to get my feet wet. So, what's so urgent?
Perhaps you ought to sit down.
I'll go and put the kettle on.
This all sounds very, ominous. If this is some deep, dark secret about my mum, I think I'd rather not know.
Well, it does concern Susan, but more about your father.
My father? Well, if you know anything about him, it's more than I do. I think I told you I don't even have a name.
When were you born?
If I was a woman, you wouldn't ask me that.
Please, it's important.
August 1961. Why?
Susan and I parted in January 1961, and there was nobody else involved.
I don't flaming believe this. I got grassed up by Shaking Stevens.
No, it wasn't Steve, it was me.
You. I might have known. You were never going to let that adoption thing go.
No, it's got naught to do with that. I want to help.
By getting us arrested. If this is helping, I'd hate to think what you'd do if you had it in for me.
Come on, son.
Oh, one more step, and I'll deck you.
Right, ignore her, she's upset.
She's only making things worse for herself.
There you go again, talking about me like I'm not here.
OK, I know you've got a job to do, but let us say goodbye. If you wait in the bar, I'm going to bring him out to you.
I can't take the risk of them absconding.
Well, they won't. If I'd have wanted that, why would I have called you in the first place?
I'm sorry. My primary responsibility is the safety and welfare of the child.
Right, and you think turning him away from his mum is the best thing for him, do you? I know we've got to give him back, but let's just make this seem as normal as possible. He's confused as it is.
All right. You can have a few minutes. But I'm holding you personally responsible if anything happens. We'll be watching this door.
Could be worse, Mum. I mean, at least Sophie's still into girly stuff like clothes and makeup and that.
What?
Well, you know, she's really quite feminine. She's not like old Doc Martens and flannel shirts and that.
And you lecture me on prejudice?
Oh, no luck then.
Nope. Round the corner from the coach station.
Oh, no.
Someone in the cafe remembered seeing him but didn't know where he was going.
It's going to be miles away by now.
I've narrowed it down a little bit. There was only 3 departures from her call to me getting there.
Great. So they're somewhere between here and Bournemouth or Leeds and Glasgow.
At least it's a start. The police are going to check the CCTV at the coach station to see which bus they boarded and maybe try and work out where they was going to get off from the time they bought the tickets.
Well, they've got to ground by then. They could be sleeping God knows where. I mean, it's dangerous on the streets, especially for young girls.
Sophie's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, Dad's right, Mum. She won't take any risks.
What the hell do you think this is? I just want a home, Kevin. I want a home.
It is not a good look for a pub having policemen perched at the bar. Besides which, gives the place a bad name and makes a lot of the punters nervous.
Well, it's only for a few minutes. Becky just wants to give her sister a bit of breathing space.
Talking of which, I see you've ditched the denim.
Yeah, well, wasn't that style. It's a bit old hat.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, it was cutting circulation off to my arms.
Don't think I've ever needed a drink quite so much.
Sorry you find the prospect of my paternity so daunting.
No, it's not that. It's just that. It's a lot to take in. I'd given up imagining this moment. What you might look like.
Well, I never had the opportunity to speculate. You do realise, of course, if I'd had the slightest inkling, you know, if I'd got that letter...
I know. I mean, it hurt when I was a kid, you know, seeing other lads kicking a football with their dads or messing around with their toolboxes, being carried on their shoulders. No one ever carried me on their shoulders.
I think I might struggle now.
I feel so cheated. My whole life could have been entirely different.
Mine too. Oh, God, you know, anything but a letter so easily misplaced, the absence of a reply so damning. I mean, nowadays, a mobile call, text, everything will be resolved in a matter of minutes, not half a century. You know, there was only one phone in the entire street in those days.
Did you think about her?
Often. That was the worst part. You know, of all the myriad mistakes and missed opportunities that passed through my life, that is the one I regret the most. Now, even more so. So, one consolation, your mother did a sterling job without me. Truth be known, I'm not the best parent.
Well, you had your work cut out by the sound of things. And it's no picnic being a dad.
Oh, yeah, you said you had 2 children.
Yeah, Chloe's at Exeter University doing a PhD. She's engaged to a trainee solicitor down there. A marriage made in Devon, as I like to call it. Drives her mad. Anyway, I think she's landed on her feet with Julian. He's a bright lad and he's going places.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. And your other child?
James. He works around here somewhere. Homeless charity, I think. It's hard to keep up, to be honest. Same again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The least I could do was send you a drink. You stopped me from making a very big mistake.
Well, I'm just glad you and Natasha are back on track.
It took me a long time to see it, though, didn't it? You can waste a lot of time waiting for a thunderbolt to hit you. Some things you just have to work out.
The worthwhile things, yeah.
Anyway, I reckon thunderbolts are just for love-struck young kids.
Yeah.
It was fun at the time, though, eh?
Some of it, yeah.
I better go.
Yeah, sure.
I can't believe you ratted us out. Oh, then again, you've never given us stuff about family, have you?
I always looked out for you, and it wasn't my fault I had to leave.
Oh, so what's your excuse today?
I don't need one. I've just stopped you making the worst mistake of your life. Listen, there is no one on this earth got more reason to hate the police, the social, the old flaming lot of them. They have made it their mission to screw up my life.
So why bring them here?
Because right now they hold all the cards, and if you're going to beat them, you have to follow your head and not your heart, and I have learnt that the hard way. You want Max back, right?
Of course I do, yeah.
Right, well, if you'd have disappeared off into the sunset with him, then they would have caught up with you, and you wouldn't have seen him for a very long time, and you definitely wouldn't have got custody.
I've told you there's no chance of me getting that. No point in kidding myself.
You are Max's mum. End of. There's no they can do about it. We just have to pick our battles, and Kai, this isn't one of them. We've got to play it by the book right now.
Why do you care?
Because you're my sister, and he's my nephew. Come here. Listen, this is going to be really hard now, but we have to give him back, and we have to make out like we're sorry, and we've just got to hope to God that we can convince them to overlook this.
We're going to have a word.
No, let me handle this, yeah? We don't want a confrontation.
No, we want the truth, and frankly, I'm not fussed how we get it. Sally!
Yes? Hiya, Sally. I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're going through a difficult time.
Yeah, is it true that your Sophie's run away?
That's right, but I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Yeah? You think so? She said anything about what happened to my son?
Like what exactly?
You want me to fill in the blanks?
Come on, crack like that. I'll fill you in, Poe.
Come on.
God, just say it. Grow up. Look, I know what you're thinking. I know what people are saying, but I'm telling you this. I'm proud of my daughter. Because whatever else she is a good kid with a good heart. She is no liar. And she would never, ever do anything to harm another human being, let alone a child.
We know that, Sally.
I don't think you do, any of you. And that is one of the reasons that she's out there now. A frightened kid who doesn't know where to turn. Now, I'm sorry for what happened to your child, but I swear, if I hear either of you making vile accusations about my daughter again, it'll be me you'll have to hold back, not my husband.
Happy now? Come on. Right, I'll go get him.
I just hope there's not another exit in there.
I've already told you she knows she's done wrong.
Max looked all right.
Fine, look. You can tell Kylie really loves him. It's like my wife said, she just made a stupid mistake on the spur of the moment.
Okay. My sister's got something that she wants to say to you.
Dead sorry. I shouldn't have done it.
Too right, you shouldn't have. We've been worried sick.
She just wanted to spend her son's birthday with him, and she went about it the wrong way. Come on, it's hardly an hanging offence.
It's still an offence, nonetheless.
It was a rush of blood. There's no real harm done. Look.
I don't see any need to take this further. Though I have had to inform social services, I'm afraid.
Right. Okay, love. It's time.
Happy birthday, mate. I'm really glad you like your fire engine, and I'll come and play with it soon, yeah?
It's all right, love. You can have him back for keeps before long.
I can't.
Okay. Okay, come here. Right, you can borrow him. But But you better take good care of him, because we want him back in one piece. Come here. I'm sorry. It ain't the end of this, I promise you. We're gonna get him back, and then there ain't nobody taking him away.
Markowski. Hello?
I honestly don't think we're making a fuss about nothing here.
Threats to kill, we take them very seriously, Miss Pemberton. But this sort of thing, it always turns out to be someone you know.
Based on a true story drama premiere You Be Dead is tonight at 9. Coming up, is Mason about to become the hero of the day? Heartbeats next.